Wajira not far behind Gota. Elusive minister revealed at Dinesh's birthday party. 3 other MPs to migrate. Minority opinion. No to those who ruined the country twice. Tiran is the cabinet's superstar.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Wajira not far behind Gota. 2 book launches last Thursday were important for their aspects in local politics. Ex-President Gotabaya Rajapaksa came up with The Conspiracy to Oust Me from the Presidency, while UNP's Wajira Abeywadena compiled cartoons on President Ranil Wickremesinghe. Press versus Prezes is a collection of 618 cartoons published from June 2021 to May 2023. Early on that Thursday morning, Namal went to a leading bookshop in Nugagoda, where people were already gathered to buy Gota's book. Namal chatted with them, and one asked as to why he did not get a copy from his author uncle. With a smile, Namal said he thought it better to buy it at the bookshop. Isn't there something in that question? Elusive minister revealed at Dinesh's birthday party. Both Premier Dinesh Gunawardena and social media activist Upul Shantha Sanasgala had their birthdays on March 2nd. Sanasgala's celebration was a social media hit. Dinesh's 75th was special, since it also marked his 50 years in politics and 40 years as an MP. He told his staff to have a simple celebration, with religious activities involved. On Saturday, there was a party of sorts, tea for relatives, his schoolmates, staff and other close associates. His Royal College classmate President Wickremesinghe arrived a little late to wish Dinesh. The once classmates are the country's president and prime minister today, remarked an elderly relative present. Talk there revolved on politics too, with focus on Deputy Speaker Ajith Rajapaksa's criticism of a certain cabinet member. He grumbled that he failed to contact a certain minister even after 3 weeks of phone calls and messages. Some other MPs cannot get in touch with him too, he said. After that, Prema Jayantha and Pavitra came up to him separately and inquired from him if it was either of them. Uddika to return? 3 other MPs to migrate. Uddika is to return home from Canada, from where he tendered his resignation as a Member of Parliament. According to reports reaching the Leader TV, he's planning a new political game this time. He has talked things over with certain top government figures from Canada. In the meantime, 3 first-time parliamentarians from the SLPP are going to emigrate in view of economic hardships, say political sources. Another reason for their decision is their uncertainty of getting re-election. A top parliament official has confirmed receiving news about their imminent departure from the country. It is not a secret that self-interest is in mind when they enter politics, although they claim they want to serve the country. Minority opinion. No to those who ruined the country twice. It's now time for President's E-column by Ranil's news planter Asoka Jayatunga in Washington, D.C. Here are the headlines. Late-night meet between cunning fox and crow. Cope operation to shame Ranil. Ranil to enter the game on Sunday. Hand over country to the inexperienced and die in queues. Ranil eyes not royal, but Buddhist schools, Ananda and Nalanda, all powerful peons who earn more than the president's secretary. Tourism by American Mahinda and Harin. Minority opinion is no to those who ruined the country twice. The column starts like this. Rajapaksas are very good at hoodwinking the people to get their votes. Ranil does not allow deception and fiction. He doesn't show his feelings for the country, and that is a disadvantage for him. Now, he speaks about freehold deeds and aswasuma, not because he works for votes. That's why he could not grab many chances that came his way. Had he promised in writing to Tigers an interim rule for the Northeast, Ranil, not Mahinda, would have become the president in 2005. In Trinco for Navy and Air Force celebrations, the president met farmers in Tambalagamuwa and laid the groundwork for important measures. Meeting young lawyers in Colombo, he said that allowing people to live is the first human rights safeguard. Second is making a future for the youths. Noting that he brought in 42 new laws in his first 14 months, he said he would introduce 62 more. About big matches, Jayatunga says Ranil was invited by both Ananda and Nalanda for their big match. Old Anandians, Dinith Karunaratna. The head of the Government Information Department and Professor Ashu Marasinghe valued his presence there, as he watches only the Battle of the Blues. Up next is the central bank salary hike. After treating itself to extravagance, the bank is in trouble. Its big figures were summoned before the cabinet, party leaders and the COPEF. The attack was strong. It is against the law and unethical to serve yourself abundantly while telling the country to be frugal. Bank officials defended it, saying they are independent and salaries were increased as per the collective agreement. Opposition's Kiriella said the bank has all-powerful peons who earn 250,000 rupees, more than the president's secretary, who is the top civil servant. The cunning fox said he was unaware of this salary increase. MP Management Committee meeting, election-related duties were given. Religion and environment to ruin, forming alliances to Ravi K. Managing public servants and pensioners to Wajira, social media to Akila, online to Sagala, Mayday and propaganda to Harin, and plantations to Naveen. Ranil is going to enter the game with a reality rally in Kuliapitiya on Sunday. The theme of the rally is on whether to hand over the country to the inexperienced and die in queues. Akila has reportedly given the publicity campaign for the rally to a team of youths who were in Aragalaya. Following this rally will be a youth conference in Anuradhapura and a religious and business meeting in Kandy. Ranil attended Parliament to satisfy his itching to speak to the House, and he cannot do without taking jibes at the opposition either. MPs told him that Harsha De Silva and Nalaka Godahewa were humiliated. Godahewa got the finance post that Harsha wanted for himself, they said. Ranil's secretary Saman was met by Tamil MP Kovindan on official duty. The MP said, Batika Lower has 75% Tamil votes and 25% Muslim votes. Sajith and Anura will contest with the president. JVP will not get votes because it wants the demerger of the North and the East, and also it opposes the Indo-Lanka Pact. People believe Sajith is angry with the Tamils after the LTTE killed his father. So, the only option is Ranil. On the next day, Ranil was a witness to the marriage of Susantha Punchinilame's son. Then he arrived at the Finance Ministry for talks with the IMF. Ranil had already left the wedding by the time Basil arrived. That night, Basil met Ranil at his home and discussed many things. Foundation was laid for a number of decisions, and they decided to meet again. Anyway, there is talk that the Cope chair was given to a tainted character in order to shame Ranil. Ranil was at Nellampakuna Theatre for Wajira's book launch. It depicted how cartoonists see Ranil. The cunning fox touched the women on their day with promises of bringing in 2 laws to safeguard them. Jayatunga, as usual, did not forget to say something about Ambassador Mahinda Samarasinghe. Sri Lanka's envoy to the United States laid the foundation with Expedia and Qatar Airways to send high-spending Americans to Sri Lanka. After Harin was informed about it, $10,000 were given for the promotion. The mission launched 3 promotions with that money. Tiran is the cabinet's superstar. Minister Tiran Aliz is the superstar in the cabinet. Appointed an MP on the SLPP's national list, he was with Gota and got public security until he fled the country. While keeping him in the position, Ranil gave him added responsibilities. Tiran led the operation to expel Aragalaya from Galaface. He got the support of the opposition as well as a crew within the Aragalaya itself. He became more popular with his manoeuvres to see Deshabandhu appointed the IGP. He is topping the chart with his Yukthia operation. Chinthana Dharmadasa said in a recent post that Tiran and Bandhu alone can ruin Ranil. Anyway, Ranil cannot do without Tiran now. The Tiran and Bandhu duo are busy getting Nayaka Theras to support Ranil with their voice cuts. At the same time, Tiran is reorganising his own party, the United People's Party. He has another registered party to his name. Anuma Fonseca, AKD and Arjuna contested at the 2010 election from this party with the trophy as its symbol. It won 7 seats. Sarath Fonseca, Anura Kumara Disanayake, Vijita Hirath, Sunil Handunetti, Ajith Kumara, Arjuna Ranatunga, and Tiran. Tiran had several meetings of the UPP Central Committee recently and appointed some youth to its Politburo and the Central Committee. The political secretary is a popular tuition master. Campaigning has been handed over to youths who were in Aragalaya. Also, coordinators have been appointed to every district. The appointees are former police and army officers. A retired colonel is in charge of Colombo. For the north and the east, the plan is to appoint popular youths. A final decision is due with a visit to the north next week. On a recent day, the popular figure Arun Siddharthan was seen at Tiran's office. Tiran is preparing to face any election. But he told a recent media briefing that Ranil should be given 5 more years to revive the country. Once Ranil goes on stage on the 10th, things will get all the more interesting. Together with AKD, he is becoming the popular presidential candidate. Keep on watching. That's it for today.